What's up everyone, welcome back. This is a Beedrill video. As you can see on the screen, this is the team that I was using when I was trying to work Garchomp and Beedrill. I've been trying to use a few other things over here, but today we are focusing on the green drilling bee. I love this team. It doesn't have great synergy. I don't know why. I just really enjoy it. You know, Clefable's there to do Clefable things. As you can see, the Stealth Rocks, Misty Explosion. I need to probably switch something up for coverage, maybe put a flamethrower instead of a Moonblast on there, but this, or probably a rock move, thunder move, electric move maybe for the Charizards and the Corviknights. But we're not here to talk about Clefable, we're here to talk about Beedrill. Now, most of the time I want to start with this Beedrill because it just has the speed, it has the attack to be able to just go in there and get the job done. It's able to Mega Evolve and either hit U-turn or Cross Poison. The reason, I don't know if it has Gunk Shot. I mean, it probably does have Gunk Shot, but the reason why I don't have it is because I just want it to hit. I know that the things that are super effective to against or weak against poison are most likely going to go down. But just like this Gardevoir, it's kind of wild to me that Gardevoir just goes down. But then 150 attack, this will take out so many things. Now when the opposition isn't the brightest, sometimes they leave room for you to be able to do things that you probably should not be able to do. I'm thinking, well, Heracross, it's like Cross Poison is pretty good against it. It doesn't really have anything to hit me. But look at that. It did so much damage, 84%. I mean, it threw out spikes over there, probably thinking that I wasn't going to do that much damage. I don't know what they were thinking. They saw what happened to the Gardevoir. So now we're set over here. We can definitely take this off. In case I wanted to switch into something else, I thought I'd throw out the knockoff over there. And I forgot what kind of team they had. I didn't know if they had any steel in the back. So I just thought, whatever, let me just throw out the knockoff. And then they throw out Drampa over here. They remove the non-existing weather. And I've been seeing a lot of people using Drampa. I don't know why. It isn't a great Pokemon right now. It's probably bulky. It does have that bulk, but like, look at that. Jeez, like, from 84% now 85% over here. It's using Safeguard. This is what I mean by some opponents who just don't, you know, I don't know what they're doing. So I figured this is just like, they just gave me this win over here because I still have the 3 Pokemon in the back. I'm definitely not doing doubles. I don't know why. I just don't like doubles. I enjoy watching it. I was just watching the VGC tournament. I really enjoy watching those because it's fun. I just don't enjoy playing it, you know. It's just not fun. Anyways, well, we win this one and on to the next one. So I thought I'd just like skip right into and show what the Beedrill does over here. And what we want to do is Mega Evolve. The first thing we really want to do is try to utilize different moves. I showed Poison, Cross Poison this entire time, but look at that. The U-turn did almost as much to the Drampa. I mean, they might have different EVs. That other one might have had a lot more HP or defense. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And then I thought, you know what, the only thing it can really do to Clefable is any normal move, so I might as well just throw it in there. And there you go, Dragon Pulse doesn't affect Clefable. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, we have three Pokemon still out there. One of them's almost done, so let me throw out the Stealth Rock with the Quick Claw. With the Quick Claw, I'm able to actually go first sometimes. And then he uses Facade. Not very intelligent, because I believe Drampa is a special attacker instead of a physical attacker. I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't like the Ultra Ball tier, because I'm trying all these like weird sets and stuff. I tend to lose quite a lot. So it's really hard to come up against, to actually do well against people when I'm trying to utilize Pokemon that typically aren't used a lot, especially in these single formats. And this is where I come up against a Gengar. I mean, Gengar is always very, very, very scary, as most people know. There's nothing I can do to this over here, so I figured, what's the point? Let me just, you know, Misty Explosion out of here. But damn, they throw out the Shadow Punch. I swear, I'm coming up against people who don't know how to play, and I think I just need to buckle down, get all the way up to master, whatever it is, master tier, master ball tier with a proper team, and then try to use these shenanigans that I do with my Pokemon. But Whatever. I think this is a good time to go into Beedrill. Beedrill knows a couple of super effective moves against Gengar, and we know that we're going to outspeed, unless it Mega Evolves. I'm not sure what Mega Gengar speed is, but there we go. Knockoff takes it out, and I wanted to use Knockoff because I didn't mind getting Curse Bodied on Knockoff. I knew that it's probably not the move that I want to use for the next turn, because I remember their team, and I knew that I did not want to use any ground moves just in case, but also because I'm going to throw out the Cross Poison over here, and this Azumarill is not going to do anything. It's probably not even huge power. I don't know these people I'm coming up against. I want to come up against stronger opponents, and I usually do when I'm not playing these like weaker teams, but this is a good example of a team that I actually thought was fairly difficult because of their, their Pokemon choices. I saw this Glamora. I figured, okay, it's either going to try and set up some rocks. It's probably going to try and use a rock move, maybe try and take this Beedrill out. But I wanted to see if it was sashed, if it had the Shucca Berry, I believe is the ground berry. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I wanted to see if it had the ground berry attached to it. So Mega Evolve, and then now it shows that extremely or mostly ineffective moves. I love the way that the Mega Evolves, but it does look a little blurry, doesn't it? Is it just me, or does it look a little blurry when Pokemon Mega Evolve in this game? Whatever. We get the Drill Run. I just knocked my glasses off my face, and it does hold on with that Focus Sash. Naturally, it is going to have the Toxic Debris, and I think to myself, that's all right. Maybe I can just U-turn out to here, and then come back in, then remove the toxic. But then I thought, does it really matter? I'm looking at my Pokemon in the back. My Clefable is Magic Guard. It's never going to take any damage from anything. And then I think the third Pokemon I chose over here was a Mamoswine, because Mamoswine is really fun to use and it looks really good in this game actually. But then I thought, whatever, let me just do that. Whatever I do, it's not going to work out very well. Most likely I should have used the U-turn over here just to get someone else in here, but then it goes through a Charizard, so I'm like, ooh, this is probably not the greatest idea. I don't want to hit the U-turn because I know that they're gonna go into Charizard Y. Everyone does Charizard Y. It's just the way it is. I think I've come up against only one Charizard X, but this is competitive. People want to set up the sun. They want to hit their weather balls, their flamethrowers, their fire blasts, their heat waves, whatever it is. But look at the damage that this Beedrill does to this Mega Charizard. If I hit a U-turn and then I came back in, I would have taken this out with a Cross Poison, but instead I get knocked out by a flamethrower. So I wanted to show you the Mega Beedrill obviously doesn't always get what we want. It does go down quite a lot, and I'm not quite sure why I went into Clefable over here. I mean, Clefable isn't going to do much, but a couple of Moonblasts will take this out, and I'm sure that I'm going to be able to survive anything that it comes up against. That it throws at me, even though it's a flamethrower in the sun, I'm pretty sure I'm going to survive one. And then with the Quick Claw, you never really know, right? You can go first, and there it is. I get the Quick Claw, I go first. The flamethrower is definitely not going to take me out, and then I'm gonna bank on getting it one more time before I go down again. Well, at least in my mind, I think that the flamethrower is not going to take me out. So then it goes for overheat, and yeah, overheat in the sun. That's a delete button. So it lowers its special defense. I'm coming out here now. There's stones up, toxics up. So this isn't the greatest situation for me. And now I'm left out with a Mamoswine and a Dream because I don't know what else they have in the back. I was looking, I was like, well, if they have a Scizor, then they got it. If they have the King Gambit, I might have a chance. If they have the Mimikyu, then I don't know, maybe I have a chance because I have a Citrus Berry on this. So even if it tries to do the Swords Dance and then play rough or whatever it ends up, whatever it ends up trying to do, then maybe I would have a chance because it could just be weakened with a nice Ice Shard. And I just use Ice Shard on this Charizard. I don't think it expected it. Mamoswine, it looks bigger than the Mega Charizard, which is it baffles me in my head, but it makes sense because this is a mammoth and mammoths are enormous. So they throw out their shiny. Their third Pokemon is the King Gambit, and the only thing I can really do is an Earthquake. I was thinking maybe it's gonna try and Sucker Punch me twice. If it does that, then I think I win, but they don't do that because I have that Citrus Berry. I do not get the crit. I do not get the max attack roll that I wanted to, and Iron Head's just going to take me out. But that's the way it goes sometimes with these Pokemon, you know? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Cheers. See you on the next one.